time to let the killing begin. Garrett.
But Garrett, here's the thing. Now people are going to think that you mean let the episode of WoW Killer begin and the killing of WoW begin, but that's not quite accurate, is it? That's not what you mean.
No, it's not. It's not. Everyone listening to the sound of my voice, we mean the killing of WoW Killer.
What? Hang on. I just put on my best WoW Killer shirt to do WoW Killer, and now you're saying we're killing WoW Killer? That's horrendous. No one told me.
If that's your WoW Killer shirt, that explains a lot, because we definitely needed to work better on branding. That definitely.
We never made WoW Killer t-shirts, Garrett. That's why we're killing WoW Killer.
Well, we should just put one out because I want one.
Just rip WoW Killer.
Just rip
It'll
WoW
be collector's edition.
Hashtag rip WoW Killer.
A posthumous release. They always do really well. I used to work in a record store. Posthumous releases do really, really well. We put out a rip WoW Killer t-shirt, and we'll be raking it in. So much so that actually our agents will come back to us and they'll be like, hey, do you want to do a WoW Killer reunion tour? Because actually you guys are really popular now.
Ooh, I can't wait to have an agent, let alone have one to come back to me.
You've never spoken to the WoW Killer agent?
Okay, I'm learning a lot of things that we probably could have done better right now.
I think I know why this show is dying.
Yes, I do.
Okay, here's the thing. So it is. We have had a little chat about it, and we haven't been online for a couple of weeks. And in fairness, that's had nothing to do with this at all, because that has been genuine. Like various things have popped up with illness and Garrett not taking his jab very manly and needing some time to have a sleep and stuff, and any kind of reasons is why we haven't done a show.
Listen, I do not handle J. Allen Brack well. We are very aware of this fact. Anytime I have to deal with a jab, it just makes me feel sick to my stomach.
And you're not alone in that. So I hear. So, and we did just have a chat about it, and there's a couple of things kind of that have changed since we started the show. I've had a baby, for a start, so my job is a lot busier, and Effie works the channel full time, so we just have a lot more kind of T&E focused things to look at and to work on, and I know you've got a lot more work going on with all your A-Move stuff, and outside of that too, with your kind of freelancing and what have you, and you're in college and school and all sorts now, so you're super busy as well. And we just had it's not that we have found less time to do the show, it's just that the time that we found to do the show has been interrupting more other things.
It has been increasingly more difficult to justify the time. To be blunt, and this is hilarious. This is going to sound like a joke, everyone, but I promise you what I'm about to tell you is entirely true. So when we started the show, Taliesin, you made it very clear. You're like, we don't, because I started talking monetization tactics. You're like, no. Let's just do it.
I'm famous for not being very good with monetization tactics.
Yeah. You were like really upfront. You're like, no. I want to do this because I'm like stoked. I just want to try a WoW podcast. Let's do it. Let's get in there. Don't worry about money. And so rewind 1 minute where I said it's become increasingly more difficult to justify the time. You can justify the time by monetizing the show. And you may have noticed recently we had an ad on the show. It was our very first time having a sponsored show. Very exciting. And about 2 weeks later, got an email from said sponsor going, hey, yeah, we're going to need to cancel that order. To which I replied, oh, that's really quick. May I ask why? And they wrote back, well, you didn't sell a single thing. We haven't had one single purchase using your link. To which you and I, Tally, thought to ourselves, that's fair. That's fair.
I think that's a fair reason for cancelling as well. And I mean, listen, if you've got to go big. And I'm almost slightly proud of our audience for giving us such a good story there. The fact that, and look, and here's the thing, because, I've always been kind of against doing like a Patreon or what have you for the show, because we've got a Patreon for T&E already. And I know it's a really good way of doing podcast funding, but I mean, I just don't want to spread our supporters too thin, and what have you. And so we've always kind of, if we're ever going to monetize it was always going to be the sponsorship route. And if that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, sort of thing. But I am proud of you guys for making us such a massive failure in that respect. No, genuine, and like that doesn't. I mean that sincerely. And here's the thing, because like WoW Killer does really good numbers in terms of like downloads and listens over its various kind of platforms and stuff. Like we're often like ranking really well on iTunes, and it's, you know, as far as that goes for the level of podcasters, it's a massive success. And just personally and creatively, it's a massive success for me. I thoroughly enjoy it. So I mean,
we've overtaken certain shows that mean a lot to me. on the last time I looked at Apple rankings, and I was just like,
The Wire?
What?
Breaking Bad? We've taken over Breaking Bad?
We took over whatever Batman movie we talked about last. Whichever Batman movie we talked about last, that's what we overtook on Apple rankings. And yeah. It's wild. It's wild. So yeah, that was just kind of that, and the fact that like we were quite incapable of meeting for about a month. What was it, 4 weeks total? I think we were not able to do an episode.
That was just bad luck. But I mean, yeah, it is.
Well, it was the sponsor cancellation, and then like the fact that we just had such a hard time scheduling with that was for me what made me broach the subject with you. I was like, hey, do we need to maybe have a conversation about maybe this just isn't a good fit for us right now?
Yeah, and right now, and here's the thing: we were just chatting before we started recording this as well, and we would, in theory, be totally open-minded about coming back and maybe making a seasonal thing, and coming back and to do the show for a set number of episodes at a time, kind of like pre-planned in advance, and be like your favorite TV show that comes back for seasons. How's that? Rather than a rambling podcast that manages 48 episodes in 2 years. And like, we could totally do that. We could absolutely do that. And I'd be open-minded to it, and I'd look forward to that. And that'd be great. But I think, maybe just at the moment, it's just, it's getting in the way of too much other stuff in a way. Getting in the way is wrong. That's the wrong way of putting it. Sorry. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean.
Much like our recent break, we didn't really plan out this conversation, so we're finding our way through it as we speak.
Much like our recent break, much like every like minute of content that we've put online.
That's what I liked about the show, though. but yeah, that's basically the message we came here to put out into the world. And so,
well, I am shocked. I'm shocked and appalled, and I think it'll be a surprise to everyone that yet again, World of Warcraft has outlived another WoW killer.
I think we're going to say something like yet another WoW podcast has gone away because they've been dropping like flies lately, and I want to make it very clear that I'm still playing the game and having a very good time with it. Oh
God! Oh my God! Like, well, look, while we're here, let me say, because again, I was saying this to you just before we started, but no, I'm really enjoying the game right now, and I play it every day, and still doing like really good streams, and putting stuff on the channel and what have you, and having a really good time. So no, gosh, for me. It doesn't come from any kind of being burned out with the game or being bored of the game even, or being particularly unhappy with the game, or any of the other reasons that many podcasts and YouTube creators, what have you, might be kind of dropping out or whatever. It's not that at all. It's not lack of kind of like engagement from the community either. So it's mostly just you, Garrett, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not me. It's you, Taliesin.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. No, and it's been an absolute joy doing this show with you, and I'd be up for doing any other show with you, but particularly this show with you. Again, if we have decided to do it again, so it'd be awesome.
It's this or a Batman podcast. I mean, that's really the only two avenues.
The Batman podcast that the world has been waiting for us to do forever. We'll just make it, and we'll just have the same fucking conversation about.
So it'll be a Batman show that gets off topic and talks about WoW,
and Robin every single week,
as opposed to a WoW show that gets off topic and talks about Batman.
Yeah. We might end up talking about more WoW that way. Who knows?
Well, nipple killers coming to a feed near you. Yeah.
Can we call it the Kiss from a Rose podcast?
Yes, but promise me we can actually like do just a little bit of production and have like a video intro where you and I are like kissing the same rose.
No, I'll be doing the Val Kilmer face.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
There it is.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Well,
best podcast.
I guess to wrap this up, I will be serious for a moment and say I'm going to miss the feedback on the show most of all. because y'all are very kind and seem very stoked about the show. And that's what this is a weird one. Usually it's really easy to walk away from a show. It's like, the numbers are bad. The numbers are good. The numbers are great for this show.
The numbers are good. The community's brilliant. I really like my co-host. I like doing the show, and I'm still enjoying the game that we do it about. It's like, but yeah, it's a weird one, but here we are.
Yeah. It's just, We're older now, Taliesin, and sometimes
I know it's not even. We didn't even have a falling out or anything. I feel a bit cheated. Can we have like a big argument about something?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Can that be the reason why?
I'm so sick of your adorable child. Stop posting pictures of your adorable child. I can't take it anymore.
I mean, that's something I agree with you on. That's not going to do it.
I'm just so utterly done with your baby pictures because you don't have an ugly kid, and I root for you and Evie's continued happy relationship together.
You should have seen him this morning. This morning, he literally vommed on his own poo. He did a big poo, and I was changing him, and he vommed on it. I had poo and vom. It was a voo. A pom.
Oh, really selling me on those children there. I love you and so there's two people I talk about World of Warcraft with, you and Scott Johnson. And Scott Johnson constantly tries to sell me on children by going, "Oh, Garrett, you and Katie, you'd be wonderful parents. You should do it. You'd be wonderful parents." And you tell yes and go, "Well, my child just vommed on his poo." And those are two very different tactics. Very, very different tactics.
They're cute, and I love him more than anything in the world. But honestly, if I'm being honest, it's not worth it. Don't do it.
Now you're reminding me of Patrick.
His photos do get a lot of likes on Twitter, so actually, let's do it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, everyone, you can still find us on Twitter. Give us a tweet. Let us know your feelings. Don't make it too sad though, because then I'm going to be sad. And then
you can tweet at us. We'll keep the Twitter going, and we'll keep the YouTube going. So you can leave comments on YouTube videos on our YouTube page if you like, and be like, "Guys, I miss you," or "Guys, I'm glad that you're not doing the show anymore. I woke up this morning. Hi, it's 2023, and I woke up this morning, and I couldn't stop thinking about how glad I am this show doesn't exist anymore. So I thought I'd come and let you know. Always feel free to do that. We love your feedback.
I hope one listener tells Siri right now to set a reminder for 3 years from now to tweet at Garrett Art at Taliesin Avatel and make that joke.
I'll appreciate it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Well, I don't really know how to end this, so I'll just say it's been fun.
It has. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege and a joy. Thank you for killing WoW with us. I'm sorry that WoW won this time. Next time.
Bye now.